My hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 23, the Jordan edition, or even the LeBron edition, whatever the heck you want to call it, of Showcase Central. This is your host, Nate Branco here, and I'm actually here to talk to you guys about promotions, some trades that have actually already occurred, some rumors, and possible scenarios that may actually happen. But I mean, you know what? Let's get right to it because we're going to start with a hot prospect that is actually coming up to make his debut tonight for the Detroit Tigers. We are going to talk about Max Clark. Max Clark is MLB's 13th ranked prospect, Detroit's number one prospect. He is a outfielder, primarily a center fielder. He is 21 years old, and he's the third overall pick in the 2023 draft. He has had a productive summer in AAA Toledo through 90 games with 11 home runs, 42 RBIs, 50 walks, and 21 stolen bases while slugging a .338. He's young and exciting. I've seen what this dude is like. I hope he breaks out into the majors just like that, just like his teammate Kevin McGonkel did. They will complement each other well. They easily could be the face of Detroit in the nearby future. I know Detroit has already planned on, they're planning on actually getting rid of quite a their guys. Scooble. Casey Miz has actually he actually got scratched from his start, a healthy scratch versus the series tonight against the A's. I actually got wind of that just before I came on here, and we got Kenley Jansen that's probably going to get dealt, and then you got Gleyber Torres, who's on a 1-year contract. So, yeah, this is actually pretty exciting for Detroit fans. I know Detroit fans have actually been looking forward to this kid coming up. I remember when I first got wind of him, and I was like, oh, shoot. And I saw his speed. I was like, oh, this kid's going to be exciting. I can't wait. And next thing you know, a few years later, we're here. I hope he breaks out. I think he's going to be good. The move was made due to Matt Vierling heading to the IL after a groin injury during Wednesday's game. So, yeah. Torkelson, McGonkel, Clark, McKinstry. That's just to name a few of ones that are actually solid in the lineup. Oh, Dingler as well. But at the same time, I don't know if Dingler might get dealt this deadline. But at the same time, he might be a no-touch. So I don't know. Max Clark, I think he's going to be good in this league. He's exciting. I just hope he reaches his full potential. We actually had some trades bust out this week, actually. We had an AL West trade that actually had to do with Logan O'Hoppe going to the Texas Rangers. The Rangers get catcher Logan O'Hoppe, which immediately got shoved into AAA. Yeah, with a .206 average, I could definitely see why. And Chase Silseth going to Texas as well. The Angels get minor league third baseman Angel Arredondo. I know it sounds very close to Arenado, but Arredondo. I think that's how you say it. But honestly, this is a low-risk move for the Rangers. And it also adds some depth. Logan O'Hoppe also plays first base too, so I mean, it's not bad. I don't know if the Rangers, I don't know how big of moves they plan on making. I know they're first place in the AL West, a shitty AL West, but yeah, I don't know if they're going to be selling the farm a little bit. I don't know if they're going to be getting rid of some of their guys that they have under contract, but yeah, if anything, it looks like they're just catching some depth, maybe try to go on a run. The last they won the World Series was 23, so It's not a bad move. Not a bad move. I would probably give the Rangers the win on this trade. Or, you know what? We'll save off on that, actually. We'll save that for Monday. So, another trade that happened, I believe it either happened last night or it happened this morning. Very early this morning. AJ Minter from the Mets to the Twins for 2 minor leaguers. Honestly, this is not a bad move for a team that's actually trying to contend in the wild card. The Minnesota Twins, this was the same team that actually went on a fire sale last year in the summer. They straight up got rid of everybody, pretty much everybody except Byron Buxton and Joe Ryan. I think at this point, don't shop Joe Ryan, especially if you're trying to actually go on a run. Maybe not even Byron Buxton either. I know his name's been floating around in trade rumors like crazy. But honestly, AJ Minter, a bullpen guy, this is a move that should be a win for the Twins because you can never go wrong with bullpen guys. Bullpen guys actually can help you in the long stretch to win games. Heck, even freaking playoff games. Even save you in a series. Pitching is what gets you rolling. And then you got the bats, of course, that add insurance. But yeah, that's pretty much two trades that have actually happened this week. But there's obviously more to come. There's definitely going to be more this weekend. So I can't wait for that. It's one of my favorite times of the year. You just see freaking Jeff Passan. You go bang, 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 bang with tweets like crazy. Speaking of guys that are getting dealt, this player might get dealt. Colorado catcher Hunter Goodman is likely being given up in a huge trade. Colorado has actually asked for number one prospects in both the Red Sox and the Rays farm system. Franklin Arias from the Red Sox and Theo Gillen from the Rays. Goodman has actually had a breakout season with a 254 average, 31 home runs, and 60 RBIs. He's killed it. He's been probably the only bright spot on this team this year. He's been phenomenal. I know Colorado, I expected them to be shitty, but I didn't expect Hunter Goodman to be as good as this. This man's one of the best catchers in the league, and he knocks it out with his bat. He backs it up. I love to see it. This man deserves to go on a contender because he is going nowhere in Colorado and definitely deserves a big contract after the season. If anything, I know the Red Sox are shopping hard on catchers, and he definitely is one of them. I would love for him to be a Red Sox because Connor Wong and Carlos Narvaez, they are not doing it, man. Not even Mickey Gaspar is doing it either. So a big name catcher would be nice, especially for a team that's contending in the wild card and actually still has a spot in the wild card. So I could see Mickey Moniak thrown in that discussion for trade, whether it's to the Red Sox or to the Rays. Even Jake McCarthy, who's actually been decent for Colorado this year, same as Mickey Moniak. But honestly, I don't blame Colorado. Colorado wants the number ones. They want a big package for a really great player like Hunter Goodman. I don't blame them, and I do think that they deserve the big bag. Well, I'm sorry, the big bag of players in return. Obviously, they've been rebuilding forever, so might as well just give it to them. But at the same time, I know the Sox don't want to get rid of Franklin Arias, in any trade, but ship over Durant to Colorado or something. But at some point, if you want to reach high, you're gonna have to give up the future. It's just the way the business works. Speaking of Red Sox, former Red Sox player Rafael Devers is getting reps at second base. A video leaked out of Rafael Devers at Oracle Park actually taking reps at second base. I was like, what? I was like, this is crazy. So the reason being, I think this is more so a experiment because Casey Schmidt is out for the season and Luis Arias more than likely gone because how can you trap a man in San Francisco just like Alcatraz that actually is number one in batting average? And you obviously know the team has thrown the towel on the season. So my thoughts is, why not? This is like a shits and giggles move. So I'm actually kind of like, fuck it. Whatever. Unless their long-term plan is to keep Bryce or even try to keep him there full-time at first base. And by the name, I'm speaking of Bryce Eldridge. Bryce Eldridge plays outfield, but at the same time, he plays first base. And I know they've been kind of trying to shift him over there too. So that actually wouldn't be a bad idea. If second base doesn't work out, Matt Chapman might be getting dealt to wherever. But you got guys like Matt Chapman, Jung-Ho Lee, Robbie Ray, and Willie Adames too. Rafael Devers could actually go back to third base if they really wanted to do that. But I don't know what Tony Vitello or front office is going to do. But I do find this to be a shits and giggles move. But I don't know if they'll actually do it. But if so, more power to them. Am I right? Bryce Harper says, unquote, "I think we need some help." He was asked if he believes the Phillies lineup can succeed in October against elite pitching. He was also asked whether the Phillies need another bat or more pitching at the trade deadline when he replied, both. Let me tell you guys this. The Philadelphia Philly cornerstone is telling the truth. Like I said before about the Twins, you can never go wrong with any bullpen help. Or even a low-risk starting pitcher. Like, I don't know, maybe a Jameson Taillon or something like that. I know he just got DFA'd by the Cubs a little while ago. And, yeah, just somebody like that to be like the fifth pitcher or fourth. Doesn't matter. Philadelphia's pitching, I do think, is stacked at the moment. But Philadelphia, I know they've been struggling lately. The bats haven't been there. And obviously, they do need some help in the bullpen a little bit. That's not a bad idea. I know last year they went all out on Johan Duran, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, they just got one of the best closers on the market. And obviously, he's there long term. So that's, I feel like another addition. Maybe they do both. Maybe they add another bullpen guy, another bat. A bat I could see them grabbing is somebody like Joe Adell, a Mickey Moniak, a reunion from years ago. Jorge Soler, he would freaking make a big bat over there in Philadelphia. But that's just to name a few. That would not be bad at all. That would be pretty horrifying if you ask me. Jorge Soler. Then you got a freaking amazing glove like Joe Adell. Why not? I don't know if they want to give up the farm though for some of those players, but we'll see what they do. Bryce wants what's best for Philadelphia. I know at one point Bryce even said that he would go Bryce said that he would even go back to the outfield because he brought his outfield glove actually on this road trip. Because honestly, we never know if they get a first baseman. Bryce did used to play the outfield. Last time we saw him in the outfield, I believe, was 2022 or 23. Something similar like that. But he's not wrong here because Philadelphia, I do feel like they have been missing a step the past times in the postseason. I feel like this is their last shot. 2026 is their last saving grace. Because, honestly, their guys are getting older. Bryce himself's getting older. Aaron Nola's getting older. Trey Turner's getting older. JT Realmuto. Start winning when you can. Make that push. Their window is closing. It's tough to see because Philadelphia has a really great roster. So much talent in that lineup. Especially in that rotation. They could have had it all in 2022. But shit happens. They lost in 5. But they have not had any postseason success ever since reaching the tippity top in 22. Lost in the CS. They lost in the DS like 2 different times. We'll see if their acquisitions that they actually can make go on to give them some good luck. A nice little rub on the shoulder for them to potentially win a World Series. Because obviously, as of right now, I know they're stuck in the wild card, but they are strong playoff contenders, at least in my eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for episode 23 of Showcase Central. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for Monday because we have David Brock returning to Showcase Central. We have a special episode at 8 p.m. The upload probably won't be happening until later on that day, or maybe even posted on Tuesday. I don't know yet, but we are going to grade the trades that occur in that day and throughout the weekend. We're going to give our thoughts. We're going to have all the trade deadline fun. It's going to be a trade deadline special. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys on Monday. You guys have a fantastic weekend. I will see you guys soon. Be safe. Have a good one.